Ow, ow! This next one is absolute madness. Hello, folks. As per usual, welcome back to more Esports Talk. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to link some articles down below for you guys that I want you to check out for more of the 2 cents on these stories, but some crazy stories at that for all of you Counter-Strike fans out there. I would say the crazier part of this is brought to us from Ryan from Rush B Media, and it's insane. As many of you guys have been well aware, Cloud9 now committing in some sense or another around $6 million to a brand new, what they are calling Colossus CSGO roster. With that being said, they still have some former members on contract, and well, they were on contract until this past weekend when those contracts have now been terminated due to what is being called as unauthorized or unwelcomed guests into their team home during a pandemic, putting Cloud9 staff at risk. Again, you guys should check out these articles for full reads down below, but it's pretty crazy because there are a lot of people falling on 2 sides of the fence of this story. When Cloud9 obviously terminates contracts a bit early, some people out there thinking, oh, they must have found a way to save some money, and vice versa. Some people out there thinking the players found a way to violate their contracts and become free agents, thus that way they can be signed sooner and keep their P1 visas to stay here in America. No matter where you guys do fall, it's just it's a crazy story nonetheless. As the article did read, sources say that the incident that led to the termination of contracts came after a player invited a guest to the team house, violating a clause in the company's COVID-19 policy and their player's handbook. The team had previously received written and verbal warnings regarding inviting guests to their house without permission, with a second violation of the same clause now resulting in the termination of the quartet's contracts. That quartet being JT, MOTM, as well as Sonic and TC now being terminated from Cloud9 contract, with Jack Etienne actually making a statement saying the details that really matter is this was the second offense of unauthorized guests coming into Cloud9 property after being told that it is not at all acceptable. And the reason it is not acceptable is because you are putting our staff at risk. Which, albeit it seems totally understandable. If you are willing to put Cloud9 staff members at risk of a virus during such a sensitive time, and not only do it once, but actually after being told it was not acceptable to do it twice, Cloud9 is all in the right to terminate those said contracts, and yeah, save that money for 4 of the 5 previously signed members as well. You do feel bad for the guys because apparently they do have, you know, less than 30 days to actually find a brand new team to actually keep on and holding on to those P1 visas to stay in America, and vice versa. Whether or not you think Cloud9 was trying to save money or the players did this on purpose to become free agents, and thus there are no longer those lingering Cloud9 buyouts for those contracts, you can fall on either side of the fence here. I would like to believe that the players would not do this on purpose to have their contracts violated. I would like to believe that Cloud9 would not try and find an itty-bitty out to not pay these guys another month's salary. I don't know where I fall on this. At the end of the day, it does suck to see, and can these now free agents find a new team to stay in America is the giant lingering question. I just have never covered a team, albeit I've never actually covered esports news during a pandemic, but this is certainly a first for Cloud9, and we'll see where these 4 members do end up and if they can actually stay in America. Now, of course, some breaking news out there, kind of breaking news on an extended case, now coming to us by a news source. Again, make sure to read the article down below, guys, because apparently it's going to be good old Olaf, apparently back in the FaZe Clan starting roster. What is not being confirmed as permanent, but it could be a possibility. And this is actually brought to light by Tomasho, so if you guys want to check him out on Twitter or as well as the article, I mean, this is pretty nutty. If you guys did forget, because quite frankly, I did. A lot of the focus on player breaks have been on the Astralis guys, but certainly a number of pros, and especially recently with some ENCE boys taking sick leave, a lot of focus has been on those players. You forget, one of the first players to take a break from Counter-Strike all the way back in May was Olofmeister stepping down into the inactive FaZe Clan roster due to fatigue and a lack of motivation. Now, this many months later, could be returning to the roster, which would likely confirm the Niko leave of FaZe Clan and into G2, which we have now seen responding, of course, to the HLTV post about this, have been people like Niko saying WTF and Brokey, and of course, Olaf now responding as well, all but confirming the moves we do expect. Olofmeister to return to the FaZe Clan starting roster might not be a permanent back, as they maybe would seek replacement still to fill that permanent role, and of course, that would mean G2 Niko is well underway, which we talked about just yesterday as well. That deal very close to being done. Some crazy stories out there involving Cloud9 and FaZe Clan. What is next during these wild times? I don't know. if you guys want some smaller information out there, Virtus Pro this past weekend, you know, the team I made fun of for having VP Prodigy, the Academy team, and they're competing against each other in the same event like a week after they signed the Academy team, which is suspicious, so I made fun of them for it. Virtus Pro this past weekend, IEM New York for CIS, went 10-0 to win the event, so Jame time might be back. I don't know. It's a wild time, guys out there. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you back here sometime soon. Drink some coffee for me. All right, bye.